Your first meal of the day should have around 30 grams of protein, between 30 and 55 grams of protein. At the bottom is leucine. I told you that there are essential amino acids, and leucine is a branched chain amino acid that is required to stimulate skeletal muscle tissue. You either get it to 30 grams or so, or 2.5 grams of leucine, and you stimulate skeletal muscle tissue, or you don't. When you are thinking about any kind of protocols that you are doing, whether you're a provider, whatever it is that you are doing, and you care about body composition changes, that first meal of the day has to have between 30 and 50 grams of protein to stimulate tissue. This is tying it all together. I showed you that skeletal muscle changes as we age, capillary perfusion, anabolic signaling decreases. There are ways to overcome this by being smart and having intelligent muscle health. And this is one of the ways to do it. This is an unbalanced protein distribution is what Americans typically do. Typically, they have a breakfast, or they say they're fasting. They'll have a breakfast with 10 grams of protein. Not that anyone in this first row that I was judging at all did that. Nobody. And then lunch, they have a little bit of turkey, like a turkey sandwich. And then dinner is when they backload their dietary protein. This is the path towards sarcopenia, which is decreased muscle mass and function. People think that sarcopenia is a disease of aging. Sarcopenia begins in youth. Sarcopenia begins in youth. There are sarcopenic phenotypes in youth. It is not a disease of aging. It is accelerated by aging, but the decrease in muscle mass and function begins in youth, and this is one of the reasons why. How do we think about redistributing dietary protein to protect skeletal muscle for the long haul? Well, we correct distribution. First meal and last meal, that's actually where the evidence is. Take away nothing else. Good outfit, cute kids, 30 to 50 grams of protein at that first meal, 30 to 50 grams of protein at the last meal. We're good. Friends, get your protein in. This is a complicated discussion, but the reality is I'm just going to give you hard, fast biological numbers. And I told you that you need 2.5 grams of leucine to stimulate muscle. 2.5 grams of leucine to stimulate muscle, especially as you are aging. Here is a list. If you want to choose to do whey protein, you might need, if you look across, 23 grams of protein will give you 128 calories. That is how much to get 2.5 grams of leucine. If you choose milk, if you choose beef, these are hard, fast biological numbers. This is not my emotional response.